Hi, my name's Ian and welcome back to this Peugeot Boxer Campervan build. This is episode 16. As you'll be able to see in some of the footage shortly, we are away. We've managed to get away for a few days up into the Peak District. We're just outside the village of Hartington and also near the village of Hume End. And the plan for this next few days away is to do some walking and some cycling, and also to test out the solar panels as well. We actually are on a caravan site that does have electric hookup on it, but the plan is to run the system as much as possible on the solar panels just to see how long we can last on off-grid. But then obviously if things do go a bit pear-shaped, we have got the opportunity to plug into the electric hookup just to boost the battery back up where possible. But yes, as I said, we're away for a few days, and so I'll show you some footage of where we're planning to go. When we do the cycling, I'm actually going to be using a small GoPro type camera. It's not a proper one, it's just a cheap one I bought some years ago, so perhaps do some footage of the cycling, showing I strap it to my cycle helmet and see what happens. But also as well, I'll show you around the site where we're staying here as well, and I'll come back to you shortly. Cheers. There we are, a nice old Land Rover, just in need of a slight bit of renovation. Bit of a lick and polish, soon sort it out. Check out this for a view. Today we're on a walk to a place called Alstonfield, but this place we're in at the moment is called Sheepinfield. The ideal spot for a cup of coffee and a well-earned rest.
And cereal bar.
And cereal bar.
Don't forget the cereal bar.
Yes, we always need snacks. Always a requirement for snacks. As far as the wife's concerned, there's always a requirement for snacks. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah. This brings you down into the road that takes. Oh, actually no, I don't think it's the same road, is it? Different one. Oh, I know where this will bring you in. Village of Hartington. Bet Tyra will have a shock on her face when she sees that hill we're going to go up on Sunday. Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Yes, yeah, it's sort of crossing it, traversing it. Traverse. Thank you. Alright, coffee time.
Okay.
Good idea or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. cute is that? Fairy pigs.
It's like a pig crossed with a sheep.
Yeah. That is cute. Just looking across the fields now over to Thor's Cave in the distance, which is just on the edge of the manifold track, just south of a place called Wetton Mill. In the words of Yaz and the plastic population, the only way is up.
Yeah.
There we go, check this out for a view. This is absolute bliss. Yeah, down at Beresford Dale, over the River Dove. For any dog walkers watching, just can you explain to me what the point is of putting your dog muck in a bag and leaving it on the bank? Well, good morning. We're now back from our trip up into the Peak District. We had a fantastic few days away up there. The weather, I just couldn't knock it at all. It was absolutely fantastic. And with regards to the van and the working on solar, that worked very, very well once I realised that I'd made a slight mistake in calibrating the which direction the power was going to go to each battery. I initially set it to 50% to the leisure battery and 50% to the vehicle battery, and then realised that obviously that the leisure battery was using a lot more power obviously than what the vehicle battery was, because the vehicle was just sat there doing nothing. So I went back into the instructions of the controller itself, and I've then set it now so the leisure battery runs on 90% of the power, and 10% of the power then goes to the leisure battery, sorry, to the vehicle battery, just to keep it topped up. So once I've got that sorted out, we'd had no reason whatsoever then to charge up using the electric hookup point on there. I had to do it one night, as I said. I had it set at 50-50, and all of a sudden all the alarms started going off in the van saying that the batteries were flat. So obviously stuck the power controller on the Sergeant unit and charged the system up that way. As I said, then the next morning, just read the instructions, got it set at 90% to leisure battery, 10% to the vehicle battery, and after that we had no worries at all. So in reality, I've got no worry with regards to maybe going away for maybe a week, potentially even longer than that, running just off the solar power during the summertime. I think during the winter time, I think it'd be an impossibility to actually do it that way. But you know, maybe from the months of so back end of April through to probably the back end of September, I don't really think it would be an issue in using the solar panel system to charge the leisure battery up that way. With regards to we did use some electric hookup while we were on site. Obviously we used we've got an electric kettle, so if I was off grid I'll use a gas kettle, and the same with the heating system as well. We used the electric hookup for the water heater and also for the blown air heating as well, but again, if I was off grid that would all be run off gas, so again, the whole thing can be run completely and utterly off grid. With regards to the cycling and that we did, I do apologise for the footage of what we've got there. The old camera that I've got has got absolutely no image stabilisation in it whatsoever, and I did sort of stick it on the top of my cycle helmet, so it is rather bouncy. So I did actually just pick out the best bits that I had from the footage. I probably got the best part of 2 hours of it, and I actually after about 5 minutes of watching it I physically felt sick. Like nauseous from like travel sickness. So as I said, I sort of whizzed through and I just tried and find the best bits there that didn't have too much bouncing up and down and my head swinging from left to right and that, and making me feel sick. So yeah, apologise for the wind noise on that, and also the bouncy footage. Hope you enjoyed the other bits of footage of the area itself. As I said, we were just outside the village of Hartington and near to Hume End, and basically we walked around the villages of, well, near to the village of Ecton is one of the places we went to, down to Wetton, which is Wetton Mill. We also then went down to Beresford Dale and also onto Dovedale as well. So that's the sort of area of where the walking footage sort of takes place. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. And as I said, got any questions about the solar system of how it's working in that, then please do not hesitate to ask. Please click a like if you like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you again in the next one. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers.